Hi, my name is Sonya Arrington. I'm the founder of MATV, Mothers Against Teen Violence, and I'm sitting with one of my students, Davion Griffin, in my lead program. And I just want to talk to Davion about how he's progressed since he started in the lead program. Now, Davion, you've been in my program probably for about 3 months, if not more. And when you came, I know you voluntarily came. You know, there's a lot of things going on in our community in the streets, and when you first came to my program, you said that you wanted to make a change. And since you've been in my program, I have seen great change in you. But I would like to hear from you personally what kind of changes that you have made since you've been in the lead program.
The changes that I've made is the talking back to my parents and, handling the situations the right way by telling somebody how I'm being bullied or being talked about, and I just go talk to somebody and have them have the situation solved, because I'm not the type of person that fights, so I just have to go settle the situation instead of doing it my way and fighting and getting in trouble.
And that's awesome, because that's one of the things that we try to teach y'all is how to solve negative conflict in a positive way. And in the Erie community right now, we have a lot of shootings. I lost my son to violence. He was shot and killed, shot 5 times. This was 3 years ago. That's why I do what I do. The reason I do what I do is because I don't want any parent to suffer a loss of a child like I have suffered a loss of a child. And I tell you and all my students all the time when you're in here, when I look at you, I see my sons, my daughters, and whatever I can do to help you become a mold for success, that's what I'm trying to do. And I know there's a lot of peer pressure out there, especially in the streets. And I know sometimes you hang out with your friends and stuff. Tell me a little bit about your friends. If you happen to be with one of your friends and they decide they wanted to do something that wasn't right, that would land you in trouble, how would you handle that situation?
I barely have friends, but I have 2 people I can depend on, and it's my little cousin Marquise and my other cousin Austin. Well, one day we was out walking and he wanted to go smoke, and I'm sitting there like, no, I can't do this, and I'm trying to change from smoking to not being a smoker, and he kept peer pressuring me, talking about I'm a punk, and how I'm not going to do it with him. And that's when I had told him, I said, smoking is not a good thing for you because it's going to get you killed in the future references, and you're not going to have a life to live. And when you have kids, it's not going to, help your kids when you're smoking.
Now, when we're talking about smoking, are we talking about marijuana? Yes, marijuana. And and I think that was a good choice you made of not wanting to smoke, because nowadays with the marijuana, they lacing it with all different kind of drugs and stuff. And marijuana is just a gateway drug to the more powerful stuff, heroin, coke, even popping pills. So I think you made a good choice. And I hope by being in the lead program, because we cover anything that go on out there in the community, from STDs, teenage pregnancy, violence, you name it, we cover it in here. And I hope that you've learned to do this to walk away since you've been in the lead program. Is that something you learned since you've been in the lead program? Now let me ask you in this way. If you hadn't have been in the lead program, you never knew about the lead program, if you would have went with your cousin, would have been smoking?
Yes.
Okay. So the lead program has been positive to you?
Yes.
Are you glad that you came through the lead program?
Yes, because it changed me a lot, because I used to do stuff that I didn't want to do, but I just did it. And then that's when I heard about the MATV, and that's when I started coming, and it made a positive change on me very much.
That's awesome. And I am so glad to hear that, because I'm here for y'all. Whenever you need me, I don't care what time of day it is, I'm here for you. Whatever I can do to help you become a mold for success, that's what I want to do. That's why we try to educate y'all to what's going on out there in our community. A lot of times when people back down, people say, oh, you scared, you a punk. It's not that you're scared or you're a punk. You're just smarter than the next person. Because if you do something negative, nothing's good is going to come out of it. So I am very glad and I'm pleased that you are making more positive choices. And thank you very much for that.
You're welcome. Thank you.
This is one of my students, Jasmine Johnson. Jasmine has been in the lead program for about 4 months. And when Jasmine first came to the lead program, Jasmine had a lot of issues. And as you can see, Jasmine is a very beautiful girl. But Jasmine had issues with people telling her what to do. She wasn't used to nobody telling her what to do. She would get mad, get the roll in the eyes, thumping the feet, walking out, And so one day, I sat down and I had a conversation with Jasmine, and I just basically told Jasmine, I said, you are a beautiful girl on the outside, but I said, you are ugly as ever on the inside. And she looked at me like, no, you didn't just say that. But I said, yes. I said, because your attitude makes you ugly on the inside. But since then, and it took about a month for her to change, but since then, Jasmine has done an excellent job. Things that we say to her that she would have gotten mad at before, it don't even faze her. And I'm very proud of her. She's really making a positive change. And I can see the positive change. I want you to tell me, what changes do you think you've made since you started the LEAD program?
The changes I've made during the LEAD program was, as Ms. Sonya said, when I first came, I did have a smart mouth, but then they all worked with me and they told me I don't have to have a smart mouth to be the way I am. I just got to listen and follow the instructions and listen to what you guys have to say without making any smart remarks and stuff like that. I only did it to try to be the better person, but you can be the better person by doing the right things.
Thank you. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the honesty. And Jasmine, we have a lot of violence going on in our community, a lot of shootings, and I'm sure some of the young men who've been shot or even got killed out here in the community. Tell me, what do you think you can do to stay out of situations like that?
I could stay off the streets, stop hanging around the bad people, and then, not stay in the house, but not be places where it's, dangerous and stuff.
That's very true. And too, one thing that we talk about here in the LEAD program, I always say, if you hang with positive people, you do positive things. If you hang with negative people, you do negative things. And I think by you starting to hang with positive people, that's why you have a positive attitude. And I have, out of my LEAD program, I have 30-something kids in my LEAD program, and it's only three of y'all who have made tremendous changes since the LEAD program, and you're the only girl that really has made a excellent change. So when I say things to you, I don't mean to pick on you, because I know that you can be a good person. And I know you're used to doing a lot of things. You're not used to having a bunch of grown folks correcting you every time you open your mouth, but we're doing it because we love you. We want to see you become a mold for success. I'm sure when you graduate from high school, you go out there, you become grown, you have your own family. I hope that you remember what the LEAD program has done for you. I hope it bettered your relationship with your mom, your parents at home, with your siblings at home, because you're a big sister, right? You have smaller brothers and sisters. And see, you have to be an example to your younger brothers and sisters, and I'm sure they're looking up to you. So whatever you do here, it's going to help them too as well. So I thank you for the great change that you have made. And one more thing I wanted to ask you now, would you refer the LEAD program to any of your other friends who you think were going through problems and issues?
Yes, I will. It's a lot of them.
Oh, okay. Well, and I would like for you to refer the LEAD program, because a lot of our kids are getting locked up. And I don't think locking our young men and young women up, that's not always the answer. I know some of them we do have to lock up, but all of them we don't. They just need people like myself and my mentors to really sit and talk to them. And sometimes y'all get mad at us because we keep it real. That's the one thing about the LEAD program. We tell it like it is. We act like your mama and your daddy here, And if that's what we have to do, that's what we have to do. Because I don't want none of y'all to end up where my son is, I lost my son to the madness out there. So whatever I can do to help y'all to change anybody who comes to my LEAD program, that's what I want to do. And first and foremost, I love all my kids in my LEAD program. And thank you very much for being a part of my program.
You're welcome.
Hi, this is another one of my students in my LEAD program. This is Rosa, and Rosa came into my program voluntarily. Her cousin was court ordered to come here. Her cousin told her about the LEAD program, and she decided that she wanted to be a part of the LEAD program. And Rosa, since you start coming to the LEAD program, I have noticed a change in you because you've been coming to the program probably almost 3 months, a little less than Jasmine had. You know, and I know when you first came, you was feisty, you was loud, you know, and I see a change in you as well. And, you know, hopefully by coming to the LEAD program that you understand that we're all here to help you young men and you young women. We just want to see y'all go down the right road, do the right things, and become a mold for success. And I just want to hear in your own words, what have you learned since you start coming to the LEAD program? What has the LEAD program done for you personally?
It taught me that I need to be more respectful when people are talking because I'll get loud or I'll talk or something. And then respect. We all help each other and we have fun. We play around and stuff. You guys teach us about, like, the one day when Mr. D has somebody on the phone from prison that he met or that he knew.
That was his son.
You guys teach us about safety.
Right. I mean, we talk to you about a lot of different things. You know, there's a lot of different things going on out here in our community, the Erie community. And one thing that I do every day, I worry about my kids, you know, because there's so many young men out here, not just the young men, but the young women too, who are losing their life to senseless violence, you know. And I know a lot of these young men, especially the young men, I'm sure that you know a lot of them, even though they haven't lost their lives, they've been shot, you know. And I mean, it's all still the same to me. It's terrible. And from your perspective, what do you think you can do as a citizen in the Erie community to try to help combat some of the things that's going on out there? As a youth, what do you think that you can do?
I don't know. Probably, like, do you mean?
Like, I'm gonna give you an example. Say one of your friends comes, say, "Hey Rosa, why don't you come go to the mall with me?" Okay, and you say, "Oh, okay." You go to the mall, you see your friend stealing. What would you do if you saw your friend stealing?
I would say, why are you stealing? And if they told me why they were stealing, I'd be like, I don't think you should steal. I'd rather you not steal when I'm here, because if that gets me in trouble, then I'm going to be in your situation. I don't want to be in that situation with you stealing and getting in trouble for it, because it's bad.
And that's right. And, you know, we have a lot of youth out there. The peer pressure is really bad among the youth. And I guess in all cities, you know, everybody doing it. A lot of people doing it just because everybody else is doing it, you know. And sometimes you have to be the bigger person and say, you know, I'm not going to do that because I'm not getting in trouble. I'm not going to jail for you. You know what I'm saying? And when you're with the wrong people, when you hang with negative things happen. When you hang with positive things happen. And we talk to y'all a lot about education. Education is the key. A lot of y'all, not just you, are truancy. You have truancy problems as far as going to school late or not going to school at all. Since you've been in the LEAD program, do you think your attendance at school has gotten better?
A little bit, yeah. Because when I first started going to East, I was always late. Sometimes I wouldn't go. But since I've been coming here and you guys been talking to us, I've been trying to get there more on time. I've been getting there early every day lately.
Okay, and that's good. And the reason we talk to you about being on time is because you're getting to the age where I know sooner or later you're going to be wanting to get a job, make your own money, buy whatever you want when you want to. And one of the things you're going to have to do when you go to work, you're going to have to be on time every day. They want to know that they can count on you. You know, if you're a no-show, that don't look good for you. And like maybe if you come to my program, I'm just using my program as an example. If you decide one day you don't want to come, it may not make a difference here in my program, but to a job, it will make a difference. So that's why we kind of try to stay on you about your attendance, going to school, getting your education, You know, because nowadays you really need an education to become a mode for success. You know, but I thank you very much for coming to my lead program. And, you know, I know you volunteered to come to my lead program. Your cousin told you about my program, and I'm glad that I was able to help you, and I hope that we can continue to help you. And I know that you, not just you, but a lot of my kids, everybody still have issues, but that's okay. It's all a work in progress, but we're going to keep working on it. And thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hi, this is one of my students, Akeem Williams. He has been in my program probably for about 2 months, and Akeem came to my program because he had some problems out there in the community, and he came into the program to do community service hours. And what I want to ask you, Akeem, is, I mean, you know what you did to get in the program, and I mean, we don't have to go into detail about that, but how would you, next time if you was ever put in that position, how would you handle yourself so you wouldn't get in trouble again and have to come back to the lead program?
Well, I wouldn't even get in the situation. And if I did, I would think wiser and more positive than I did.
Do you think by being in the lead program that we have help you make more positive choices rather than negative choices?
Yes. Y'all always talk to us, make sure we make positive choices and don't go out there and do something else stupid again.
Right, and you know that we're here for you. If you need us to go to court for you, we're there for you. And one of the things I want to talk to you about is because you're a young man and you know a lot about a lot of the violence that's going on in our community. And I'm sure you know a lot of the young men who have been shot, who have lost their lives. You know, I lost my son to the madness out there. And I'm glad that you're not out there doing some of those things. Well, just tell me a little bit, what's your thought on about what's going on in our community?
It's crazy, like, young kids is making, like, dumb choices. Like, they don't think before they do, and it's not that, it's the people they be around, too. Like, they can make more positive choices on the people they be around, and they decide to pick up weapons and fight nowadays, and
over basically nothing.
Over nothing.
You know, and it's sad, and the thing of it is it's 99% of what's going on in the Erie community is black on black men killing black men. Then we even had a couple innocent bystanders, females. You know, I mean, it's sad.
It is.
You know, but our lead program, you know, we try to address a lot of the social issues that's going on in our community. We talk to y'all about STDs, teenage pregnancies. I mean, I know y'all probably get tired of us because we sound like a repeat. We got like a repeat button. Every day y'all probably hearing the same old things, but we need to keep telling y'all this because we really want y'all to hear this, because I'm sure maybe one day you might, maybe not the same situation you was in, but maybe one day you might get in another situation and maybe you'll think back that, you know what, Miss Sonya and the mentors in the lead program told me about that. No, I don't want to do that. And you know, I talk to you all the time. I tell you all the time, sometimes it takes a bigger person to walk away. It don't mean you scared. It just means you smarter than the next person.
Right.
You know? So what I want to ask you is, do you think the lead program was helpful to you in getting yourself in the right direction? I have helped you. At first, we have signed you up to get your GED because you needed 4.5 more credits.
Mm-hmm.
We signed you up for the GED program. And then I went to Percy's House Charter School and I found out that you can enroll back in school up until the age of 21. So I said, yep. I said, no, we don't want to do a GED. We want a diploma. A diploma is always better than a GED.
Right.
So I'm glad that we were able to help you get hooked up so you can get your diploma, you know, and I'm glad that you wanted to get your diploma, because at the end of the day, it's all on you. All I can do is tell you what you need to do, point you in the right direction, but it's up to you to do it. And, you know, whatever I can do to help you get out of the situation that you're in, that's what I'm here for. But I know, and just looking at you and talking to you, that I know next time you'll make much smarter and wise choices. You know, these young men out here in our community, they need to think not once but twice before they pull that trigger. Because if they would take that second thought, a lot of them wouldn't be where they at. And see, the sad thing about it is, and I learned this the hard way. It took me 3.5 years to learn this, that two families are hurt. When I lost my son, I was hurt. But the family who lost their son, who shot and killed my son, they were hurt as well. It took me 3.5 years to get forgiveness. And I'm a Christian,
Right.
you know, but I said from the door, I said, when God put it on my heart, that's when I'll be ready. And God has put it on my heart. You know, I don't want none of y'all to end up where my son is. You know, so that's why I'm going to do whatever I need to do to make sure that don't happen. Even if you get tired of listening to me every day singing the same old song. But if that same old song keep you out of trouble, that's what I'm going to do, and that's what I'm going to say to you. But thank you very much for wanting to come to my program, to get your community service hours, because you could have went anywhere. But you decided to come to the LEAD program with mentors who really care. All my staff, we really care. You know, we leave our families, our children, our grandchildren at home so we can come here and help y'all, you know, and we don't even get paid for it. But it's all about y'all, because I don't think the answer is locking up our young men. You know, some of them, yeah, they got issues, we have to lock them up. But I believe in giving everybody second and third chances. You know, after the third chances, you may say, well, hey, you know, ain't no help for you. You know, I done gave you 3 shots and you blew it all. But I'm sure we won't have to go down this road again with you, because you already look like you've been wised up quite a bit in a couple months that you've been in my program. And I thank you for choosing the LEAD program.
I thank you. I thank all y'all. I thank everybody in the LEAD program.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Hi, this is Ebony, and Ebony is one of my students in my LEAD program. Ebony, you've been with me for about a month and a half now, right? Mm-hmm. And you came to the LEAD program with some different issues that you had going on, and you got into a little bit of trouble, and you needed community service hours, so you chose the LEAD program to come to. You called me, and I was glad to have you come to the LEAD program. And you don't have to get into what problems that you had that led to the LEAD program. What I want to know is, from the past month and a half since you've been in the LEAD program, what kind of changes do you think that you can do so you don't end up back into the same problem that led you here?
The crowd I was around, and like the environment, like just staying away from it and just focus on the future and good things.
Right. And we talk a lot about education. And to be honest with you, all my 30-something kids that I have, you're the only one that ever seems to have homework. They need help. Nobody else seems to have homework. And, you know, and that's one thing that I commend you on, because you're really into your homework. You think about your homework, especially when we have tutors that's willing to come in and give up their time to come help you. You know, the help is free. You know, whatever it can do to help you. And I know, what subject was that they was helping you and tutoring you in a couple weeks ago?
Biology and geometry.
Geometry. I never was a geometry fan, you know.
Well, math is my favorite subject.
Oh, you like math? Oh, okay. So you need to be a banker or something like that, you know. But my reason really for wanting to sit and talk to you is because I really want to know the change that the LEAD program has helped you make since you've been in the LEAD program. I mean, if you haven't made a change, you could say, hey, the LEAD program haven't done anything for me. But if the LEAD program have helped you make some healthy choices, can you let me know about what kind of healthy choices they have made you?
It made some changes, but like stuff is just still the same, but I have to focus on to change it for myself. And I changed like my attitude at home towards my parents.
Okay.
And making it on school on time and doing what I have to do.
And that's right. And you know, I know a lot of times our parents may have issues, but we can't let our parents' issues affect us. You know, because at the end of the day, here in X amount of years, you're going to be grown yourself. You're going to have your own family, and the choices you make today is going to affect you in the future and affect your children in the future. So I really think that it's a really a good positive thing that you're trying to make those positive choices and not letting other things get in your way, shadow your judgment. You know, I mean, you made a mistake. We all make mistakes, but we learn from our mistakes, you know. So, and I see that you are learning from your mistakes, and I'm proud of you. And I mean, it's only been a month and a half, and you're learning from your mistakes. And a lot of my mentors talk about you all the time, because you'll sit and you'll carry on a conversation with all of them. They'll be like, I just love that, Ebony, you know, because you're a very friendly person. You're easy to talk to. You're easy to want to get to know. When you come up to you, you don't even have to know anybody. You say, hey, how you doing? You know, and that's the first thing people notice about you is your smile, your presence, you know, and that's always good. That's always good, and I appreciate that. But whatever I can do for you in the LEAD program, whether it's to go to court or do whatever, talk to teachers, always know that I'm here. I'm here for you, you know, because I lost my son the worst way. And, you know, I lost my mom in May of '06, and, you know, I thought that was going to be the worst loss of my life. But it wasn't. Not until I lost my son.
You lost.
Yeah, the club. That was my only son and my baby. That was my baby. So I don't want any other parents to go through what I go through on a day-to-day basis, because there is never closure. I don't care what people say. You learn to live with it, you know, like I learned to live with it. But I look at it like this. Since I couldn't save my own child, maybe I can save somebody else's. So whatever I can do to help you, that's what I want to do. That's what my LEAD program is all about, trying to help you young people change negative into positive, because you can always do it. You know, what happened to with my son, that was the most negative situation that anybody can ever be in. But I turned it around, and I turned my anger into positive. And the positive is helping you young men and you young women become a mold for success. And I thank you for choosing the LEAD program.
Okay, you're welcome.
Now, was that bad? Look like you enthused about it. I'm ready when you are. This is Chauncey. Chauncey has been in my program since the beginning, since January. And it's probably been about 5 months now, Chauncey. You came in because you had a lot of issues going on at school, and you were doing different things. You got into some trouble. You were on probation. You needed community service hours. But one thing I noticed about you right off the bat when you started my program is that you were very shy. When we asked you anything, you only gave us one word for at least the first 3 months. But now we can't even shut you up. But that's a good thing now, you know, because I'm glad to see that you're used to us and you talk to us. You let us know when people bothering you. And I just want to ask you, you know, since you've been in the LEAD program, what do you think the LEAD program has done for you to help you become a mold for success?
People help you if you need help. If you, I don't know.
No, we are here to help you.
If you need someone to talk to, just go to anybody and just talk to them.
Yeah, and that's good. Now, like with school, do you think like your attendance have gotten better in school since you started the LEAD program?
Yeah.
Okay. Since you started the LEAD program, I know there's a lot of adults, and we always talking to Chauncey. Everybody takes a liking to Chauncey, maybe because you're the quiet one out of everybody. But now you're starting to talk like everybody, but that's a good thing to me because you're starting to open up. Now, I know you know a lot about the violence that's going on in our community. Actually, you live down there in that neighborhood where a lot of it is taking place. What do you have to say about some of the violence that's going on? Do you know any of the people who's been shot and different things?
No.
You haven't known anything? But for you to live like that, the young man that just got shot in the leg the other day, that was what? The next block over from you, right? That was just the next block over from you. Are you scared to go outside in your neighborhood at night, or?
Yeah.
You is? Okay. Now, can you answer this for me? Now, since you started the LEAD program, you know, we here 4 days a week. Monday through Thursday. I know a lot of times we say the same thing to y'all over and over again. We talk to y'all about making smart choices, healthy choices. We talk to y'all about picking your friends. You know, if you hang with positive people, you do positive things. You hang with negative people, you do negative things. Now, like some of your friends, do you still hang with those friends who do negative things that may get you in trouble just because you're with them?
No.
Okay. You change some of the people that you hang out with?
Yep.
So that's a good step, you know. And was that because of the lead program? You hearing us talk, you know, even the guys, you know, the mentors that work with me in the lead program are guys who've been there, who've done that, who served time in jail, who's been in gangs, who sold drugs. You sit and you hear the horror stories that they tell y'all about what go on in jail. I know you don't want to go there, you know. So I'm glad that you're trying to get yourself together. I'm glad that you chose the lead program to come to, and I'm glad that we could be a good help to you. Okay, thank you very much, Shanti.
Yep.
Thank you, buddy.